Hi. Thanks for tuning in to another tasting experience with Key Encounters. The item that we have here is contributed by Micah. Thanks, my guy. So the item that we have here is Anchor Brewing Company coming out of San Francisco, California. This is their steam beer, their flagship. The ABV on this is going to be 4.9%, and this is going to be easy drinking, baby. Now, if you're not familiar with Anchor Brewing Company, they are the godfathers of craft beer. All right, I'm just telling you now, and you should probably research about these guys. Sadly, you're no longer allowed to acquire them publicly, like their public tap rooms, and those things have all shut down. So it's almost like they closed, right? So yes, that's a lot ahead, but that's okay. We'll stop right there. No big deal. We'll give you a little gander. Yes, again, that's a lot ahead, but to be honest with you, we want to get all that carbonation out if we're really trying to have ourselves a good time with the beer. So that's okay. No big deal. Malty, very sweet. Almost like a grainy cereal situation. It smells like, I don't know if you guys ever recollect a cereal called Post Grape Nuts. It smells like that, which, by the way, growing up, that was one of my favorite cereals. So it smells like Post Grape Nuts. Malty cereal, clean, a little watery, not a lot of hops going on. That's basically all I'm getting is the malt, right? A little bit of that sort of grainy fragrance. Light toast, like on a 1. All right, that's where we're going to leave it. Let's dive right on in. When you think of a beer, you usually think of it being bitter, have some sort of botanical notes. This is sweet. It's definitely got that sort of breakfast cereal aspect of like cornflakes, post grape nuts. I even throw in Cheerios without the honey. There is some sort of sweetness to it, and that sweetness is going to come from a grapefruit. I know that sounds weird, but because of the hops, I'm going to go with the grapefruit sweetness. I know that sounds crazy, but if you ever had a ruby red grapefruit, they're rather sweet and they're slightly bitter. So I'm going to go with the grapefruit aspect of this. It's a clean, crisp beer. Get straight to the point. Thirst quenching. Is it crushable? No, I don't think that is crushable. I think the carbonation and its interesting, complex flavoring isn't something that you would end up crushing, which means killing it. This is something you would sip on because it's 5 o'clock somewhere and you need a beer. And this beer is just basically designed, in my opinion, for the hardworking person. That's all it is. You're like, just give me a beer. I don't need any of the extra complexities. This is a very sharp, crisp beer. And in my opinion, I hate to say this, by comparison, kills Budweiser, Corona, Modelo, even though those are different styles of beers, Miller, Bud Light, any of those mainstream beers you normally pick up at the corner grocery store or you're at a bar and those are like things that are recognizable. This beer will definitely destroy that because of it's got flavor, it's got body, it's got texture. And when you're thinking of things of consuming, right? When we're consuming things, when we're eating things, you normally don't eat blasé foods. You want some complexity to it. You want layer. This is no different from wine, beer, cider, kombucha, or mead. You want body. You want complexity. You want certain things if you're trying to just enjoy yourself, and without like killing it because you might as well just get it over and get the head change. This beer does not do that. This beer is a reward to anyone who's hardworking. And you're like, oh, I put in this day, and a sip, the very first sip you get of this is rewarding. You're going to drink that. You're going to reflect. You're going to formulate your next move. So this beer is great. It just sucks that it's hard to come by nowadays. And I wish more people knew about Anchor Brewing and really got into craft beer at its height. And then it would have never gone away at the level that it's at now. But that's okay. No worries. Hope this review helped you out and enjoy the rest of your day. Cheers.